Episode 16. Begin launch.
16. Right, we've got 10 seconds to name, pension, cowboys, and then the graveyard shift.
Cool. Boom, 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 boom.
Hit them hard. Let's go. CheckON. Only because you said you did a bad job of this last time, and so you want to do a better job this time.
You made me look stupid. You didn't even tell me it was 10 seconds.
I definitely did. And then you started talking about blinds and bloody dishwashers.
Yeah, I had to throw you off.
Dishwashers are another thing that we have to talk about another day because we've been having issues with them today. Right, so your 10 seconds today, which will be 10 seconds. You ready for it? Shall I just go straight into it? Or do you want me to build you up with a bit of tension? Or do you want me to give you 15 seconds? Are you okay with 10 seconds?
Right, now it's a charitable thing.
Well, you know when you go to Belgium and they've got the parking spaces for women and they're twice as wide as they are for men?
Do they?
Yeah, you've not seen that. It's obviously it's meant as like a mother and child parking spaces.
Oh, of course.
But in the spaces it says woman.
Oh, that is great.
Yeah. But do you want a bit of extra time to name things? Do you think that would help, or do you think that would just stress you further?
Well, I don't know why you're coming at me when it was you that failed miserably. In fact, I got more right than you did.
I mean, I think I got as many dishwashers as you got herbs.
You didn't get a single blind.
It's because I've never bought a blind in my bloody life. I mean, if I could make up some names of some blinds, you wouldn't know anyway.
I wouldn't have known.
Europlast windows, sparkle and shine, amazing glazing every time.
That's glazing.
The lawnman can. I bet they both do blinds. Probably both out of business now as well. Right, so we're going with 10 seconds or...
We're going to phone them later and leave a message just to find out.
10 seconds or 15?
10 seconds.
All right, okay. Let me just get the old clock up here a second. That was clock. I'm getting up. Right. Stopwatch. No, let's do a timer.
Oh, I get really... the problem is, as soon as you ask me and then the 10 seconds start, I panic.
Yeah, of course.
And then I can't think of a single thing. My mind just empties.
Well, that's all right. I mean, you got 4 herbs, didn't you? So if you can beat 4, you're doing well.
Oh, is it herbs again?
No, that's what you did last time. You got 3 pasta, didn't you, and 4 herbs.
Right. And I need to get 5 of the next thing.
You need to get 5 of the next thing, which is easy. Just think about it slowly. Just let it roll off. I haven't got time. Think about it. Just, let it flow. Right, okay. So, 10 seconds to name, and I'll go 3, 2, 1, and then say the thing.
Is that 3, 2, 1 coming off my time?
No, I'll say 3, 2, 1, then I'll say what the product is, or the thing is, and then I'll hit start, and then you've got 10 seconds. Right?
Right, okay, let's go.
3. Why is Olivia making so much noise downstairs? We are back in the original studio. Sorry, just to throw you off your scent. But
yeah, we've got headphones this time.
Yeah, it's nice. Right. And we've got the non-flickering light. We've got the proper one on.
Well, it's
really being
cheap.
treated, aren't we?
It's really cheap.
And the unit's coming on nice, so we'll be able to do it video feed live from the unit very soon.
Don't give me anything hard.
I'll give you something very easy.
Go on.
You can't possibly fail on this one. It's easy.
I can feel the hair on my arms.
3, 2, 1. Beef.
What do you mean beef?
Cuts of beef.
Oh, wait, hang on a minute. You didn't say cuts of beef. All right, brisket, silver side, top side.
You got 2.
Bastard. Which beef? Right, rematch.
Right, okay, we're not allowed to do beef. Good.
No, it's my turn.
Oh, okay, it's your turn.
I got 4. So
2.
I got 4. So yeah, so it's your turn.
Okay. Am I counting it on the 10 seconds? I'll do that. As soon as you say the thing, I'll hit start.
All right. Why do you... No.
Let's count down 3, 2, 1.
No, because you're looking at the time and I don't get to see the clock. So I'll count out loud.
All right. That'll put me off.
What do you mean? Oh, sorry.
Can it be something food related this time rather than bloody dishwashers or blinds?
Oh, right. Okay, fine. Yes, it will be.
Good.
Ready?
Yeah.
3.
Am I pressing start on it or not? So we both see it. I'll put it there.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Foodborne illnesses.
Clostridium perfringens, Staphylococcus aureus, Salmonella, E. coli.
You're out of time.
4.
So that was 3.
4.
That was 3, and I got 4.
I got 4. You got 2. Cuts of beef.
Do you know? I don't know why you're a mate of mine. I fucking hate you sometimes. Right, starters.
Pensions.
Pensions? Well, this better be exciting.
Well, it is, because you won't know the first thing about it, but it's annoying.
No, I don't.
And you won't realise it's annoying, but I'll explain to you why it's annoying.
I'm going to be broke poor by the time I come to collect my pension.
Well, so Donald Trump recently announced in the news lots of trade moaning, trade wars, yada, 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 tariffs, etc. Which you think, who cares? Nobody really cares. But we do care now because we now have to pay into a pension. So everybody, your wages get put into a pension, and that's lovely. But nobody actually pays any attention to it. They just say, there goes some of our wages. I've lost some money. Sad times. But because I'm sad and old and boring, I look at these things. And
before you continue,
Yep.
I just need a bit of clarity because I will forget.
Yep.
Do we still get a state pension? And this is what's taking, and then what's coming out of our wages is another pension, like the private thing.
That's what they're saying currently. But by the time me and you have retired, they'll probably
There won't be a
do away
state
with the same
pension.
pension. So you have to opt out if you don't want it.
Yeah.
So you're in it. You have to. Your employer will pay in if you're employed by a company. If you're on PAYE, then a percentage of your wages goes into your pension pot, and then your employer puts in a percentage of it as well to make it up. Happy days, which is good because it means that when you get older, you'll actually have some money in a pension pot, and it'd be nice when you retire. But because obviously that money's going to a pension pot, then whoever, like the people's pension is one that I think most of my jobs I've worked for have put it into, or another one I can't think of the name of now. But I use an app called Pension Bee, which is quite a big app, and basically you can just put all your pensions from different jobs you've had, and you just say where you worked and when you worked there. It finds all your pensions, puts them all into one pot together. Happy days. They invest your money, you make profit on it, yada yada. When you retire, you get some cash. Good times. But because they obviously invest in anything they want to, be it government bonds, stocks and shares, whatever, because of Donald Trump and his tariffs and all the trade wars and all the rest of it that's recently kicked off in the last few weeks, it's meant that the value of our pensions has gone down by a reasonable old amount, and it's annoying. So I just want to tell you that it's annoying. And so my pension... so
does this mean you've lost money on your pension that you've already paid in?
Yeah.
Well, how's that got anything to do with America?
Well, because the value of everything's dropped because of him kicking off, it means that whichever pension company, I mean, I can't say this is true for every pension, but certainly Pension Bee, which is one that I use, and I'm sure a lot of the other pension companies that, your money, your pensions from St. Michael's, from Bedruthen, from the Rosevine, from Rad Catering, they will all go into different pension pots, and you've probably got no bloody idea where they all are.
I have tried to trace it. The only problem is that when I went on to consolidate everything into one thing, I needed additional details to access the account, and it sort of faded off a bit after that.
Yeah. Well, you should look it up because there's thousands of pounds that's kicking around somewhere that's your money. But so my ones, I had a small private pension that I started myself when I was like 18, 19. So I had that plus then jobs that I've had over the years, the last sort of 10, 12 years, whenever it's been this pension rule. But basically I look at it every so often. Every so often I take a screenshot of it just to see where it is and what it's at. But from like the end of January, start of February, the amount that was in my pension pot that was like, this is your money, this is what you've got from, let's say, I think it was 1st of February. From 1st of February until last week, the value of my pension has dropped by about 20%. So which means, in real terms, cash is about £4,000 has disappeared out of my pension in that period of time. So whereas like, it doesn't really matter that Donald Trump's having a trade war or whatever, I have lost £4,000 out of my pension because of that.
And it won't come back if things sort themselves out.
Well, it'll go back up a bit, but it won't jump back up because it's if you think...
Shouldn't they be, if there's somebody who's not into stock shares or trading, shouldn't you have the exact same amount of money in a kitty somewhere? I never remember being told, right, do you want to sign up to, in fact, you haven't got a choice, you're signing up, or you can opt out of this people's pension thing. What they didn't tell me was, oh yeah, they're going to gamble it out on the world stage. Oh, and if a few economies go down, well then your money's going to disappear. Nobody told me that. They were telling me that it was going into a pot. So whatever I earn is there. They didn't tell me some arsehole is going to be gambling in it on the world stage. Nobody told me that. You didn't tell me that. Nobody told me that. So that's happening right now with everyone's pension who've been paying into.
Yeah. So your jobs, your employers, whatever, will have been paying money into your pension pot. And then depending on who, BCNI, I think that's the other one, that was...
Who's gambling it?
Well, some hedge fund manager somewhere. Like somebody somewhere.
I'm not working, so he can go back to the casino tomorrow.
No, but he or she is trying to earn you as much money as they can with it by investing it into...
No, that's fine. If I lend someone 30 quid, I don't expect them to send it straight to the slots. Oh, sorry, mate, I was trying to earn you some extra money. That wasn't the deal.
No, but that's. I mean, obviously, the base rate of interest is pretty good in the UK at the minute, or it's quite high. Which, if you've got a mortgage or lots of debts, is not so good because you're paying more to give it back. But if you've got some savings, it's a bit better. So, like for a high interest account, you can get 4.5%, 5% interest on a high interest account at the minute, which is happy days. But then, if you want to earn more than that, like you would with your pension, then they're going, oh, well, we can earn 10, 20%. But then, if all of a sudden the world stock market goes tits up because Donald Trump pulls a load of tariffs, then all of a sudden your 10, 20% interest you're going to make is now 10, 20, 30, 40% loss. Well, sorry, mine's gone down 20% roughly since the start of February.
I honestly believe that the vast majority, in fact, I would go as close to 92% of chefs have no idea.
99%.
99% have worldwide.
Yeah.
Where this is being practiced. Have no idea that this is happening.
No,
their money. They think it's in a bank somewhere, some private bank or some company, completely protected by government, that if their company goes down, you don't lose your pension. You know, it is government backed. They don't know that it's right now going through, I don't know, a casino in Thailand right now, so that, I don't know, some weird business guys are getting dances from Thai girls. That was never discussed.
No, well, that's where it is. That's what's happened. You've paid your money, some of your wages, and some of the payment that's gone in from your employer has gone into this nice account.
I swear to God, if we go into hyperinflation from these people one day, you know, what happened in the Weimar Republic, where you needed wheelbarrows of money. If a Hitler comes along, I'm voting for him and get rid of them. All right.
Well, that's your problem. So basically, you know, all that money that you've put nicely aside in your pension without really knowing about it
is being gambled away.
You're losing it at the moment. So you think if you would say, like, I don't know, everyone's obviously is different depending on how much you paid in, but let's say that in 10 weeks of February, March, and the first half of April, I've lost about £400 every week just by. I mean, it is probably higher around when he's announced he's changing stuff, but in general terms, if you average it out, I've lost about 400 quid a week for the last 10 weeks.
I promised that we wouldn't make this political anymore, but all roads seem to lead to Rome, don't they? You can see why dictatorships come along.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, next course. Next course.
Well, the main course is far more up your street because it's cowboys.
Oh, I've done a few of those in my time. Yeah.
Inspired by my curry this evening. You can't pick on me for that. The good thing was, he's going to go bollock when he hears this back, but when you've got the two steaks up nicely rest on the pass, and he says, how long on the chicken curry to go with it? And then you've quickly had to...
Well, hang on, before you tell the story.
Yep.
Because we'll get hot into that.
Right.
For those who have no idea what we're talking about when we say cowboying, it is a case of, oh, I forgot to put that on. How do I cook this quickly? And all bets are off and all rules are out the window. You get that cooked quick. All tools in the kitchen are at your disposal. And some of the things I've heard from chefs in the past, some of the things I've done.
Most of them are your ones, let's face it.
I have heard. So, I mean, for a minor example would be, I've got a medium steak on. Everything's being plated up. I forgot to put that on. Everything else has gone up. Where's the medium steak? Oh, it's 2 minutes away. I've already got this steak on the char grill now with about 5 or 6 pans on top of it, crushing it through the grills. You know, that kind of thing.
With extra oil, so it gets an extra bit of flame on it.
Yeah. The only thing is you can't do it as much the other side, because that other side is going to be the facing bit for the chef to look at. If he looked down the other side, he would realize there's these massive burn marks from going right through it. Yeah. So there is a few stories.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, it's trying to get it. See, the thing is, the trick of a good cowboy is that you can't actually really tell. I mean, if you burnt the steak because you put too many pounds on it, you've crushed lines in it, that's gone badly.
Yeah.
But if you can cowboy it properly and nobody really notices, I suppose it's the old thing when they say about a duck on the water. On the top, it looks serene and happy, but underneath you're going, shit. So my one this evening was a chicken curry. I mean, obviously the chicken's raw. The chicken's cut into nice, relatively thin strips. So you heat the sauce up with the chicken in it and the roasted peppers and all the rest of it.
Poach it through it. Yeah.
You poach it in the sauce. It takes in the sauce, etc. Half the problem, to be fair, is that stove is crap. I mean, it doesn't have any guts to get anything hot.
Workman. But I've seen, I'm not going to say workman blades and tools because I have seen that. What is it? A
Cobra.
A Cobra 6-burner gas one. It looks industrial. Well, that was a bit distorted. It looks industrial, but
it's crap.
It's got absolutely no power to it at all.
No guts at all. So my only real option was, it was a 2-pan attack. I had a hot pan that was already on the char grill. So that was quickly dipped into the chauffant. And then the chicken went into the chauffant water in the pan that was already hot and quickly try and boil the chicken in there.
Boiled the chicken in the chauffant.
And then the curry sauce in another pan and then peppers in straight on the char grill to get some heat into them. They're then hot. They're going into the sauce. The chicken was like, I'm still probing it, Chicken wasn't quite cooked, so may have gone in the microwave quickly.
Microwave, wow.
Just a little 30-second blast in there.
It wouldn't be a cowboy without a microwave appearing somewhere in the picture.
It's quickly into the curry sauce. Then peppers are in the curry sauce. Then some nice fresh mange too and some pak choy. And then you turn the temperature down and you just let it sit there. All the while, then chef on the pass says, how long on the curry? You go, it's just here. I'm just waiting for you to turn and play it. Oh, okay, sorry. I didn't want to rush.
Oh, sorry.
It's just sat here ticking away nicely. Just finished. But yeah, start sending it. The old. I mean, you are the worst for it, and people have actually exclaimed in the past that me and you are obviously too close because I can tell from the slight nuances in the voice and in the response as to if you're bullshitting or not. It's like, how long is that? 2 minutes? That's a bullshit 2 minutes, or is it? Yeah, 2 minutes. Okay, that's a genuine 2 minutes. So I can tell the difference in tone, but there's the slight. That's on the way. It's not.
It hasn't even gone on yet.
No.
Yeah, I've got confused or I'm in the panic. It's too busy and I'm just falling apart a little bit and getting a bit confused. A minor one I remember from a very important chef to us. He was a very talented Michelin star kind of chef. I ran out of chicken stock because at that hotel, we used to make the stocks every day, reduce them, job done. That's for our sauces in the evening. Run out of sauce. So he's on the pass. He's terrifying, especially when he loses his rag with me. I'm on the main course section. I know I've run out of stock. I can't remember what sauce it was. It was cream based, but I can't remember what it was. It was a chicken creamy kind of sauce anyway for the chicken supreme. Anyway, so I thought, oh God, it's not really going to taste of anything. I've got no chicken flavour. But then I remembered for the staff, they have bouillon.
Yep.
So I went over there and I got the chicken bouillon and I crumbled a bit in there. And without him seeing, obviously, because he's on the pass getting absolutely dicked, crumbled a bit in there, mixed that gnaw in. Took it up there and I was like, I have no idea how this is going to go down. He turned around and he says, that sauce is fantastic. I was like, oh God, do I tell him? I can't tell him because, he would go absolutely ballistic and of course I've made him look stupid if I said that. I've got to stay quiet. I'm just glad he never asked me to ever recreate that again. No bouillon.
You did it when we were at Bustafers and we used to bake bread every day. There was one day you cocked up the brown bread and I was like, what have you done to this? And I think you just ate a load of black treacle in it without really bothering to measure it at all.
Yeah, sounds about
there I was bitching about, it's fucking bread. And then just so happened some Germans came in that day and they loved the brown bread because it's like black bread that they got in Germany.
Yeah.
And they were talking to you because I wasn't there I was doing slack in the office or something. But they come to talk to you. They love the brown bread. And then they asked if they could buy a loaf off us every week. And now all of a sudden you're having to try and recreate this shit recipe.
Cowboy bread.
This really dense, horrible, overly sweet, treacle-laden bread because it's just like we get in Germany. Yes, crap.
You were raging. I remember that. You were
coming in every Saturday. These people, and you're like, Good news. What's happened? That bread that you didn't like, the Germans liked it. They're going to come in every Saturday and have half a loaf. I'm like, great. So now we've got to waste our time every Saturday. Couldn't have just told him it was a cock up, but no. Oh, we got that one as a sample. No, nothing. No, straight up.
Not only did I do a crap job on that bread that day, you have to sell it every week and watch me make it every time.
Yeah, I'm going to make more of this crap bread. The chicken bouillon reminds me of old Hayden, the old chef from the Nair years ago.
Oh.
And he was saying about when he got in trouble in his younger days when he used to run a pub or something for some of his cowboy manoeuvres. And there was the one that he said about the chicken pie that he made with tin tuna.
Tuna?
Yeah. He made a chicken pie with tin tuna and we were all like, what are you on about? He goes, oh, it's cheaper. I was like, well, yeah, okay, tin tuna is cheaper than chicken, yeah. And he goes, oh, you never notice. And then weeks and weeks passed. Oh, he then made staff lunch, which was chicken pie. And it's like, oh, chicken and whatever it was, chicken, sweet corn and mushroom pie or something. Yeah, it's all right, quite nice, yeah, whatever. And turned out it was tuna. And he'd just got this tuna and he'd put a load of chicken bouillon, the Knorr stuff in, whisked that through, and he's like, yeah, he just made a velouté with the bechamel and then whisked a load of the chicken bouillon for it.
When your unit gets up and running fully and the kitchen's built and we're recording in there, we can actually do cook-offs to study these things. Yep. I've never heard of anyone doing a tuna pie and saying that it's chicken.
You couldn't tell the difference. It just tastes like an overly salty processed crap pie. But the tuna chunks in it was like, yeah, you could get away with saying that that's
oh my god,
down dark chicken meat. And he was like, yeah, it's fine. You as a staff pie, you were just like, yeah, it's a chicken pie, fine. But actually, it was just tuna with a load of crap chicken bouillon thrown to it.
Tuna pie.
Yeah.
Imagine if they had a fish allergy.
Yeah.
What did you eat? Oh, we had chicken pie. Well, it can't be that. That's an allergic reaction.
Yeah, that was 20 odd years ago. Nobody had allergies about 20 years ago.
I've obviously done plenty. Oh, two are coming to mind.
Yep.
So there's the fondant potato that I'd run out of, and any chef who's on any guy or girl who's on main course who knows what it's like. I'm learning. I'm becoming modern.
Although, talking of which, they've changed the law on that this week, haven't they?
Oh, yeah. A woman is a woman. Well, I already knew that.
Yeah, well, now you know. Anyway, so any man or woman, yes?
Yeah, so it's on the main course. You know full well what it's like if you run out of your anna potatoes or your fondants or whatever. Well, I ran out of fondants. And I was like, oh God. And you look at the checkboard, and because you were so busy and there's so many tickets on, you know what it's like. You're moving through it, but if there was something you were forgetting, how are you going to get back to it and get to the customer when they've already had their starters, 20 minutes, half an hour ago, and you're like, oh God. It's not as if you can go back and say, sorry, run out. And everyone's running around anyway. You don't want to add any more problems. So I'm like, I need a fondant potato, and I needed I've got about 8 minutes, I reckon, because they've had their starters for some time. They're going to be away shortly, and I haven't really got time to do one properly. Everything's flooding around me at this point with jobs creating out of nowhere. So I was like, how the hell am I going to do this? Right. So I got a jacket potato, I clipped the top and bottom, and then I cut it into square, and then I put a little 1 liter container, drop the potato in, tiny dash of water, salt, because I'm thinking that might speed things up, lid, so takeaway container, straight in the microwave, 4.5 minutes, straight out, chucked it in the deep fat fryer. Till I got some brown, but then it had that generic all brown over look. Yeah. So then it went it went into a pan. And then I tried to score it a little bit. Bear in mind, this is within minutes. So there's lots going on and I'm trying to sort other things out at the same time, panicking. Then I rubbed a bit of bouillon over it to give it a chicken flavour. And then it went back in the microwave for a final ding and went out. I never got feedback on that. That was my 7.5 minute fondant potato. But it saved my arse.
There was dear old Liam Lewis when we were at Buster's. And there was a guy who owns a chain of restaurants had come in for dinner. So it was like, okay, we need to make sure it's good for him because he's got a reasonably good reputation, good chef, all the rest of it. And they were like first table in of an evening, they ordered the food. Yeah, cool, CheckON, da, 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 da. And then, we haven't got any, whatever it is, scallops, let's say. We haven't got any scallops. Well, what do you mean we haven't got any scallops? Like, you've been on the section all day, and now you tell me when the first check comes in, we haven't got any scallops. So I got a bit shirty. I was like, right, for fuck's sake. So I had to say, right, go back to the table. Unfortunately, I said, before I go back, check everything else.
Yeah.
Make sure you've got, I don't want to look a dick. Make sure we've got everything else that's on that menu. Make sure it's all here. Yeah, fine. Everything else is fine. We just literally haven't got whatever it was. I don't know if it was scallops, but let's say it's scallops.
Let's say it's, yeah.
Good. Lovely. Go back to the table. Really sorry, I haven't got scallops. Yeah, fine, okay. Something else ordered. Fine, cool. Started doing it up, and the check's now been on for sort of a few minutes. So getting everything done. I'm getting on with the main courses, and then he goes, Daz, you're going to hate me. Well, what's happened now? We haven't got any smoked duck. What do you mean we haven't got any smoked duck? He's like, well, we haven't got any.
But you told him to check everything.
Yeah, but it was Liam. He hadn't checked it.
Okay.
I said, right, get me a duck breast now, and I'll smoke it.
You had to smoke it to order.
Well, I would have done, but we didn't have any duck. I was like,
Oh, no.
I was like, this guy owns a chain of restaurants and is a relatively well-known chef, and he's now here, and we haven't got any duck to give him smoked duck. We've already gone back to the table and told him we didn't do whatever else he's ordered because you haven't thought about it. So now I'm raging. I'm like,
I would be raging at that point, yeah.
and so my quick thinking get out of jail free card here.
Ooh.
We had fillet steak, so I was like, right, I'm going to have to just smoke some fillet steak. So then all of a sudden, it was straight on the plancha, so it was like, gave it a good sear on the plancha. And then I was like, right, get some smoking chips here now. And then just did it in a small pan, wrapped the hell out of it in cling film so that smoke didn't fill the air.
Yeah.
And then smoked it relatively hard, not too hard. And back on the plancha, roasted some more. And then took it off, rested it for a few minutes, then sliced it like super thin. And I think I just put it on the bottom of the salamander just to like cook it for a little bit more, seasoned it up and whatever. And I was like, pissed off now. I'm like, right, leave it. Yeah. I'll do it. I'll do the whole dish. So then I was like, I wanted to bury them. I can't remember what the dish was, but it was like pickled cherries and candied nuts or something. It was a salad. Yeah. I was like, I'm now burying this smoked beef fillet in amongst it just to try and hide the fact that it's definitely not duck. I sent it, and he loved it. He raved reviews. He said that's some of the nicest smoked duck I've ever eaten in my life.
He owned a chain of restaurants, high-end chef, and he didn't realise that was beef.
No, not a clue. So he wolfed it down, and it was why I was like, yeah, the things you have to do to get yourself out of the Gary.
I mean, one of the most intense ones. This was on pastry. So it was at Bedroom. Chris had gone away to get married. I got
selfish.
I got put in pastry.
First mistake. Much prefer savoury. In those days, I quite enjoy it now, but yeah, I didn't really know what I was doing in there. So I thought the recipe book's there, just get on with it. Anyway, so pastry used to be an absolute grind in there. And Chris used to get help all the time, an assistant. I didn't get anyone. Classic AD there, just like, just get on with it. Brilliant AD. I've noticed that every time you cover my days off, you've got about 2 people in there with you. Yeah, brilliant. Anyway, so then I was doing that. But they would always spring something on you. Oh, there's a birthday cake supposed to be today, or there's something else, or there's a kid's party or something like that. It's supposed to be going on today. There's nothing in my book. Why isn't it in the book? Every time there's somebody else here, it's in the book. But you guys don't seem to fill it out when I'm here. You obviously can't stand me, and I'm going to make sure for the next week there's a reason why. Because Paul hates pastry.
So, yeah, hashtags. So anyway, this particular one was a grandmother coming in. It's a birthday. There's a big table. Great. I was like, yeah, that's fine. She ordered a flan. I was like, what flan? Because, she ordered a flan. They booked it weeks ago. She's really excited. Hasn't had flan in years. Grew up with it, obviously, because it's a flan and no one makes them anymore. And they're boring. Yeah. Anyway, so I was like, well, what time is she in? Oh, she's in about an hour, about an hour's time. I was like, I don't know. I got checks everywhere here. Right now, I am not, I've got tons of things. I haven't even got the cheesecake ready for, So anyway, so I was plowing on with it. You forget. Yeah. Because there's another 100 people coming at you just asking for stuff. Or, where's this? Oh, mate, I'm new here. Like, where does this live? Oh, shut up. Anyway, so we get through it, and then all of a sudden, they're like, "Oh, main courses have gone on that flan now. Flan, flan." And I'm like, "I haven't even made a sponge. I've done anything. Like, I've done anything." So I was just like, "Right, that's it. I've got to make this flan happen quick." So I went straight into the walk-in fridge. There's old sponges there that Frankie, drum kit Frankie, he had made a sponge for a birthday the following day for him, for his thing. Anyway, so I took one of them. Yeah. without telling you. I took one of his birthday cakes. He was off that day, so I was like, "I'll just take it, and I'll take a bollocking after. I'll just use that." So I took this is within about 8 minutes. How fast I was.
Why is it always 8 minutes? It was 8 minutes on the fondant as well.
Oh, yeah, it was, wasn't it? I seemed to have to respond in 8 minutes.
Yeah,
but this was definitely 8 minutes, and on the unit one day, I will recreate it.
Good.
As best as my memory can serve.
I look forward to that.
And you know what memories are like. You always dress them up. It was probably horrendous at the time. Yeah. I slammed the sponge on there, ripped the cling film off, and I was just there with a rolling pin. And I was trying to remember what a flan actually is and looks like. And all I can remember is what you see in the shops. Yeah. So I was like, right, okay, so I need some kind of big round pizza dish type thing with a little lip on it, just a little lip. So I was there rolling the sponge out with a rolling pin. and then I put it into this dish, and I obviously clean from base the dish, put that in there, and I was just like jabbing it into the sides and like moistening my hands with just like some syrup or something like that, dabbing it in there, you know, and then it starts sticking to your fingers. Yep. And then after that, I just quickly like sliced kiwis and peaches or anything I could find, strawberries, chucked them all in there like that, and then I got that quick gel, that little packet that we used to use. Like,
didn't you just use the kids' jelly crystals?
Oh, was it jelly crystals? Was it?
We used to have the kids' jellies, didn't we?
It was in the big bag, wasn't it, of those crystals? Yeah, quickly maybe add some boiling water with that, and then I just dosed it over the top, and then chucked it straight into the blast chiller. Yeah. This is within minutes of me just panicking, running, and get out of the way. I thought, I have no idea. It looks crap. It looks exactly what I'd expect it to look like. Sent it out there, and it's obviously how her family would have made it anyway, because they're not going to put in the precious amount of time to make it look perfect. It was one of the best fans she's ever had in her life. I couldn't believe it. Oh, I absolutely lashed that together.
Do you remember when we did the Ramsey's European Nightmare, we did the trifle in the back of the bus?
Oh, yeah, the duck trifle.
Yeah, that was good. That was sort of packet sponges, sponge fingers, and
lots of if you want to see our charity trip, where we did a bus trip through Europe as the Ramsey cast, look up Ramsey's European Nightmare on YouTube.
Is there a bit on there with the trifle one, or isn't there?
It's in the main video.
You're trying to make the trifle in the back. Snake Hips is driving into the curb and we're throwing
he hit the curb, didn't he?
Fucking hell, put that there. But the whole purpose of that was the fact that we had to give a gift to our team leaders who they'd gone dressed as Faulty Towers. Yeah. And so it was an ode to the duck trifle. So we made a trifle and then we put a chocolate duck on top of it. And that was quite good fun.
My
flan-esque.
My favourite part of that wasn't the actual making of it. It was actually going to buy the ingredients. We had to go and find a shop, and then we were just in this tiny little like town somewhere, but like in an area that no tourist ever goes to. And there's this tiny crap little corner shop, and we were in there. And what they must have thought when we got to the till, and we just had all these random ingredients.
We're making a trifle in the back of a van.
All on the cashier, just like she must have been looking like, what the hell are you going to make with that?
Welcome to Spain, Portugal, wherever we were. Good day. Well, yeah, it's always good to have a good old cowboy experience, and
we'll do a cowboy part 2 one day when I can remember them.
What we can do is get a list of cowboy things, and when we've got the unit, we can then do some videos of the recreation of. Actually, be a bit like 10 Second to Name. It'll be a case of, okay, you've got 10 minutes to make a something.
Okay,
that'd be quite good fun.
All right, let's do it.
We'll set some video up, and then we can get people to send in for lettersforcheckon@hotmail.com. They can send in dishes that they want to see how quickly you can blag it.
Yeah. Let's hear your horror stories, and then we'll see if we can recreate them.
We can recreate the dish in said time.
Even better. We can do the Hollandaise Challenge when we get guests on, because we can interview them there.
Well, we could definitely have the Hollandaise Challenge. Yeah.
Oh, the Hollandaise Challenge would be great.
Yeah.
All right.
Good. Right.
Check on.
Am I to start this one?
Oh, I don't mind.
I can't even remember what it is.
The graveyard shift.
Oh, yeah.
What's It's 1:15 already.
Yeah, we're going to... Have you put the premise in? Told everybody what we're going to do?
No. Shall I, or do you want to? I'll do it. Fine.
Well, hang on. Well, we could, or we can just get them to try and figure it out. We're going to phone a hotel we don't work at,
Yep.
and we're going to talk to the night porter. But rather than just asking him if he's got any stories of anything he's seen, we have no idea who it's going to be or even the reaction we're going to get, especially at... What time is it?
1:15.
1:15 in the morning. Why can't we ever do the podcast at a normal time?
Because we're chefs and we work chef hours.
Yeah, right, fair enough.
I reckon you're at 70 hours this week. Well done.
Yeah, I'm on 70 hours.
Interestingly, though, we'll come back to this in a second, but I had my interview for Burnt Chef Project the other day, and they said that one of the main things they're trying to do and break down the stigma of is the old school way of glorifying people that did lots of hours, because it used to be the whole badge of honour of I've done 80 hours, I've done 90 hours.
You won't get any fault out of me. I can't stand it. 70 hours, I'm knackered all the time. Okay, but then I am a lot older now.
True.
Okay, yeah, so we're going to phone him. But I thought, just, hello, mate, any chance you'd give us a story? I'd rather just, I don't know, let's just say something random, shall we? I'm going to find out if I'm on breakfast tomorrow.
Exactly.
And my name is Dave.
Well, it's calling now.
Hello, and thank you for calling. To help us direct your call,
we're phoning there.
please listen and choose carefully from the following 5 options. To make a room reservation or to discuss your upcoming stay, press 1. To book or manage your spa treatments, press 2. To reserve a table in one of our
I want
restaurants,
to book my spa treatment.
Bay or Ogo, press 3. To discuss an event, wedding or conference, press 4. For all commercial or supplier-related inquiries, press 5.
Guess go and press
If you
1.
would like to speak to reception or require further assistance, please press 0 or hold the line and we'll connect your call shortly.
You may have to edit a fair bit of that out.
Why, in case people recognise it?
Well,
Sorry, I didn't hear from you. Please try...
it's loud, isn't it?
That is a bit loud.
Is that Dave?
Reception.
Hello, who's that?
It's Michaela.
Hello, Michaela. It's Dave from the kitchen. I'm just wondering if I'm on breakfast tomorrow.
Oh, hold on 1 second. Let me just have a look for you. Saturday, isn't it? Saturday. You still there?
Yeah, you're breaking up quite a bit.
Oh, sorry. Did you say it was David?
Yeah, Dave. Through the agency.
You're off yesterday and today.
Yeah, what am I on tomorrow?
So the 19th,
Yeah.
you're off, is what this rota says.
And the next day?
And then you're on a 10 finish on Easter Sunday.
Does it say what section?
I don't know what the sections mean. It's in pink.
All right, yeah, go on, source. Who's Michaela then? Have we met?
I'm a night host. I'm the team leader on nights.
Have we met before?
Not sure.
Oh, okay.
I can't say I know a David, but I might know a David.
Oh, well, if you're in tomorrow, or no, I'm not going to see you, am I? I'll probably see you the next day. Come and say hello to me.
I will do, yeah. So where am I? So you're in the next day. I'm here on Sunday as well, so I'll see you on Sunday.
Well, I've got a few friends in pastry, so if you come and see me, I'll hand you a sweet treat, because they always like that.
Oh, thank you very much.
That's all right. But
Okay, no worries. I'll see you on Sunday.
and make sure you come and see me. All right, cheers.
Oh, I will do. No worries. Take care. Bye.
Is it hung up?
Yeah, go on.
Oh, no, that's great. So there is actually a David on the rotor. So David's going to be in work. I spoke to you on the phone. I've never seen you in my life. Where's my sweet treat? All right. Well, we've been running for 3/4 of an hour. We can do phone a porter another time.
Okay.
We can do part 2 of that.
Call a porter.
Call a porter. And let's see what the audience think of that one. Because if that's crap, well, then we won't do it again. But if you quite like it, you'll find it interesting. Maybe we can phone a big conglomerate. Or maybe we can... maybe we could just phone something that isn't even a hotel or restaurant or anything food related and find out if we're on breakfast, put on a Russian accent and see if we can get a communication barrier up.
Try and just book a table in Australia because it'll be middle of the day there. Just ring a restaurant in Perth and just say,
Can I book a table?
can I book a table for lunch? These are my dietary requirements.
What's her name? Assad.
What time are you going to be here? Well, tricky. I'm in Cornwall.
Yeah, I want to book a table, and we've got a 24-hour flight to get there. Right. Okay, so wind us down.
Wind you down, wind you up. Well, that's it. That's episode 16. It's rambling as shit as usual. But the unit is soon to be up and sorted, and then we can start doing videos and fun things and cooking, which would be lovely. So that's all I've got to tell you. Do you want to do another quick 10 seconds name, or are you?
No, get off.
Right, okay.
Right.
Lovely.
Good
Thank
night.
you. Good night.